She was being scheduled to be euthanized, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if she hadn't changed,
she would have.
She would have been euthanized.
Unless they would have found some rescue that was willing to take her
because
on.
the shelter dogs, they She heard the banging. And they don't have the time to assess this dog, to get this dog, you know what I mean? And they don't have the training and all that stuff. You just don't have enough time. We talked about that the other day. You know, you barely get to all those dogs, and then now you can't go in a cage to feed this dog. The only thing left is to euthanize this dog, right? All because of poor ownership. So that's like one of the main reasons why I don't breed Belgian Malinois. You gotta place them, and then you gotta hope that those people follow through. And when they don't, you know what I mean? And also, I guarantee you, there's a lot of Belgian Malinois breeders that get a lot of their dogs back. You know what I mean? A lot of them back. And no one would ever believe you that she was a shelter dog. I wanted her to sit out here for a minute just to relax before we go down there and go inside. Hearing the car noises and everything. I don't think she's gonna react to anybody today. Tone. Stop and tone.
I went over to my granddaddy's yesterday. I think it's a
Oh,
lot.
I have been.
Desensitizing her to wheelchairs, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's in one of the
Oh, he's in a
scooters.
wheelchair? Absolutely. Any regular dog would react to it.
And she's standoffish still with him.
And she would get desensitized if she was his dog, because she would follow him. But since she only sees it very regularly, she's still. I had Lulu was barking at the moving lawnmower today, but he was specifically barking at the tires. So, and the crazy part, I was cutting the grass for about 30 minutes. He didn't react. He was just doing his thing. Then once he got through doing his thing, he came over and started messing with the lawnmower. So, all right, you ready?
Yep. Do I need to grab her pouch for treats or anything?
Nah, we're not gonna use treats. We gotta get her off those treats. But I'm gonna be between. Oh, she's gonna be between us. Are they closing down already? Or they're not loading? Yeah, I guess we gotta go through the door. Yes, good girl. I don't think she's gonna react though. I think we're gonna be fine. In fact, I know we'll be fine, because I'm gonna be maneuvering when she sees people. But I think she's gonna be fine. You're not nervous, are you? Yet? Okay. Because you're like, well,
no, because I know what I'm gonna do.
All right, because I was like, well, I mean, because I already know you take her out and stuff, right? Lowe's is a little bit close quarters. Have you brought her in here before? No.
No. What's that?
This is what I need. Ooh, that feels good.
Yeah, it does. Good girl.
Please use other door. Oh, we're gonna work today. Yeah, we gotta go through the other door. All right, Dutchess, make me look good. All that bite work. Oh, we can go through this one, Angela.
Oh, okay.
We got a guy coming though. How you doing?
Just
all right.
good girl.
How you doing? How y'all doing?
All right, sir. Am I on the camera?
Nah, you ain't on the camera. We got her on there. Yeah. See? Look, and she didn't react to them, right? That's
girl.
what we did with 3 sessions with her, right? And we can count the one when you first brought her.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time, and she did that, right? So totally different dog. She's just not reacting to people's noises.
That's cute.
So I wanted to place her between me and you because she knows me, so she's comfortable. She loves you, so she feels safe. So there's no reaction. And I love all the noises. She's looking for them, and she's starting to settle though. And she just keeps checking in with you. And she always says that? Okay. That's pretty cool. And she normally does that already. So I started doing this with all the protection dogs while they're training. We're gonna come out and just see if she comes out and she's like being mass aggressive, then maybe we are doing something wrong with training. We need to check that. Yeah, right. I was doing a Connie Corso. He's a Waltersville police officer, and I was like, we're gonna meet at the food lab. He was like, oh man, you think he's ready for that? I said, well, we need to know that now. We don't need to know that because he's doing the little tug work. I said, I don't need to find that out when he's biting the suit that he's reacted to everybody for no reason. I need him to be neutral. So even though she's doing play drive, it's important. And the reason why on this side, in case someone pops out, they don't pop out on her. They'll walk into me. I always have a plan when I come in here. I can't afford them to bite somebody.
I get it.
And most of the time, you know, when I come in, I'm not even with the owner, it's just me and the dog.
Yeah.
Right? And people all were like, can I pet? Nope. You cannot pet the dog. You know what I mean? They look at me, I'm used to it.
I did that
Nope.
the other day at the beach. I had a lady come up, can I pet your dog? I was like, come in.
And then they look, so she's aggressive. I honestly, she's fine right now. She don't look aggressive. But I don't know how she's gonna react to you.
Right.
You know? And then if she bites someone, the next thing you know, you're going to sue me. Because I said it was okay. We'll make a left right here. Now you feel a lot better. Even though I already knew this was going to be the end result. Sage was just like her.
Really?
Yes, that's what I was telling you. I've seen it before already. And once she started working, she literally now goes to everyone and tries to make them pet her. And she heals on them to make them, and she's like looking up at them. So she like totally did a 360. So I already knew. I said, that's why I said, I know this. I've seen this dog before and I know what she's going to do. See, and then she could be a poster child for y'all. Come adopt our dogs.
Yeah.
Just get a good trainer. Right?
Yeah.
Because now that she's fallen into her default, which is her real personality, she's not being scared of people, places, things, and noises. If she was being a trained dog for somebody, you're looking at easily $3,500 dog, right? Just from the breed alone and the work she does, right? And now you can take her places because there's no purpose of having a dog like that you can't take anywhere,
Right.
right? So now that she can go places, her value is increased. So she's, like I said, just her, even if there's no people over here, just go in a new place. You have those dogs where when you go places, they got to smell everything. And you can't even get them focused just to get around the corner, right? But she's more focused on you, and she can smell everything. She's like, I got it, Mama. I do this for a living. I can smell everything. And she's walking a nice hill. I'm glad you brought the prong too. I forgot to text you that. I was like, and then I forgot mine. I was like, oh, I hope she brought her prong. Look at her. Nice. All right, so go ahead and have her sit. You gotta go behind the thing right there. And then she backed up. And she was like, she kept trying to like back to see where he was going. He went over there. So she tried to keep her eye on him. All right, now we're going through the hard part. Now we gotta go through the front.
Yay.
Listen, I had to maneuver with Rudo and Ellie the other day, and they wanted those cats, but I had no one there. and I had them both heeling on me. We had the serpentines because the cats decided they weren't gonna move. They were like, y'all gotta get around us. And I said, there's no one here with the camera. This is a perfect hill. But 2 dogs. And then Anna goes, yeah, of course it was. Nobody was there. It's not too bad though.
Oops.
So what I do when I'm in the stores, I'll go around. I won't try to squeeze between. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. Good girl. She's watching everywhere.
There's a wheelchair.
Oh, there's a wheelchair. So the challenge got bigger. We gonna pass it. We might not catch up with him. Nah, we'll catch up with him. So when she sees him initially, does she start growling? She does. And it's like, so she heard that banging. There we go. She's avoiding. Make her sit.
Sits. Sits.
You can go by.
Sits. Live. Yes, good girl.
There you go. Good job. I wonder if it's when it's moving in motion.
I've tried to move things, you know, like a wheelbarrow. She'll get in and out. It's just something about a wheelchair.
The wheelchair. I'm thinking it's the motion when he's in it and he's moving towards her. Because you know how dogs are reacting to bicycles. I'm thinking more like that. She's thinking it's something that's fearful or scary, or aggression towards it. All right, we gotta cut this corner.
Who's?
There you go. We'll go around this way. There we go. Good job. So A. A. She got an A. Good job, mama.
Good girl.
So do you see her starting to change?
Yeah.
A lot. See, I was worth the money.
Always.
I told you, just a couple bites and we'll have her straight. Remember I said that?
Yep.
And look at her. She looks like you've been training her for like 2 years.
You should have
How
seen her
long
in the
have you had
beginning.
her?
Since December.
Since December, so about 7-8 months. And that's not bad. Some people have their dogs for like 5 years and they look like they wild animals.
Yeah.
You know? And she's a Mal. Everyone thinks she's a Dutch, don't they? Yeah.
I did.
I thought she was a Dutch when I first saw her.
I did too. That's why I did that DNA test.
Yeah. The Brindle Mals are just so rare. We'll walk her back over here where we started. How'd she do? She do good? She did amazing. Just think that dog was biting me a couple days ago. Probably, what, 2 days ago?
So I was
girl,
recording
that's good
her.
girl.
Versa, he was recording y'all because y'all
Yeah.
was talking.
So
He
I
got the mic.
brought them too because I know that I always see you reposting about rehoming the dogs and everything. So I can give you footage of a dog that you got there that you got trained, kind of getting away from the kill shut that I did. If someone's like, hey, well, this dog seems aggressive, she has a history from the time we started training with her until she left that it wasn't a big deal. And they weren't big sessions and they weren't a lot. It's just that she just needed guidance. You knew the guidance to give her already, but another owner that would have got her probably wouldn't have,
Right.
you know.
But she did awesome.
She did
very
amazing.
well, especially when they dropped something as far as like, she jumped a little, but then she kept her composure, and it's just like listen to you, concentrating for command, like waiting for the command, like what I need to do. What do you want me
Right.
to do? She's like looked up immediately to you, so for guidance.
And so, and I was
like
telling
that.
Brendan when we first got here that she was being scheduled to be euthanized, right? So if she hadn't changed,
She would have.
She would have been euthanized.
Unless they would have found some rescue that was willing to take her
because
on.
the shelter dogs, they can't show any type of aggression, like dog aggression, people aggression. The only thing they can do is be hyper and aroused.
That's it.
But if they show any type of aggression, if one of the workers go in there, then they label them as aggressive dog. And it could be the dog reacting because you're near my water bowl.
They give them time to decompress before they make the assumption,
Right.
but if the dog doesn't come out of that fearfulness,
then they get scheduled, right? And only because you brought her home, you were able to put time into her
right.
to save her life. And you went in there when they had already labeled her aggressive.
Because I wanted her.
How did she react to you while you were?
She was growling at me.
Oh,
She was showing her teeth and all that, but I just sat there. I kept my back to her and just gave her her time to come smell me. And
then eventually she came to you. And y'all don't have the time to do that with every dog.
no.
That's the sad part. Because, I mean, as far as I know, most shelters are overflow anyway. And then most people don't pick up their dogs once they got out the fence.
Yep, we have a lot of them.
So even the good dogs, say if they don't get picked up and they just didn't get picked up for like 2 months, do they eventually fall on the schedule?
The way our director runs it now is that's how it used to be.
Okay. If they
But
just
now
stay here too long.
it's a new director. He tries
Everything.
to reach out to rescues, to pull,
To send them out of the state.
to get them
Right.
in a home. The only way they get euthanized if they show aggression, or if they have really bad health issues.
Right.
That's usually it.
Yeah.
We have dogs that will be there almost a year in August.
Got you.
They're great dogs.
Do you think they just get passed over because of the way they look? Someone's looking for a pointy ear dog.
Most of them are your little pits and your labs.
And then and pits have a bad reputation.
And we have some awesome little dogs in there. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, pits are smart. It is genetic, but it is also how you raise them as well. So if you're raising them in an aggressive environment and then they have it in their genetics, then you just produce it like we do with protection dogs.
Right.
Right. But if they're raised in a good environment, they're socialized with kids, all the good stuff, then they end up becoming a good neutral dog. We should come over there or at least talk to your director and see if I could start doing something with training with some of the dogs in there.
Oh,
Because
I'm
I
sure
figure
he'd
if
love
they get
that.
some training on them, people more likely will want them.
And see, there's only one kennel tech a day.
Yeah, so it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
When you got 25 to 30 animals you have to take care
Right.
of.
But it's still, to other people, it sounds like a small number when you say 25 dogs. And until I tell you that my max is 6. I can only deal with 6 dogs a day, period, because they got to go out 4 or 5 times. They've got to eat twice. They got all this other stuff. And then the stuff that you don't count on is like cleaning the kennel, or if they lay in it, that's another 45 minutes just to wash them.
Yep.
Right? And now the dogs down the line are going to lose time because you had to spend it on that dog.
On a good day, if I get done, I'm able to pick one of the dogs and go on a walk. Sometimes there's 2, maybe 3, or go play in the yard with them.
And
or do
they're
a little
all
training.
sitting there begging, hoping it's their turn, you're going to take them out that day. I know. I already know that because when I take dogs out, when I have them, it's like, wait a minute, it's my turn, and they'll let me know. I'm like, all right, it is your turn. Let me come back to you, right? So, I mean, there's one thing that I have noticed on Facebook is that there is a lot of dogs being rehomed, right? More than the usual.
Yep.
It's a lot. And a lot of these dogs are COVID dogs that people got during COVID and they don't want anymore.
Yep.
And they're dumping them in neighborhoods and everything. And then this is where you guys come in to find this dog a home, figure this dog out, write his profile, so when people come to see it, they kind of understand, and you guys got to give it a new name because you don't know the name.
Yep.
So that's another learning problem. Absolutely. I think I would donate, Madisonville will donate some time to helping the dogs. We live right around there, so I could just drive or walk over there and come in there and if you're like, well, this dog is done, you know, I got these dogs, okay, I'll take him out and do some imprinting with this dog since this dog is done. And then try to keep a journal, and then next dog, and next dog, and next dog. And that's where all dog trainers should start at a shelter,
Yeah.
you know, to understand dogs' behavior, because you're gonna see hundreds of different dogs with different personalities, and then what works for this dog is not gonna work for this dog.
Right. Yep.
All right, so great session with Dutchess and Angela. She is a shelter dog that came from their rescue, and she was really reactive at first when she and Angela went in to get her, because Angela works at a shelter. I'm at animal control, and we've been doing some work with her, and now she's not reacting to people, and she's doing really good. So, and she needed some bite therapy to help her out. So I'm Rodriguez Carter with Madison Bell. You guys be good.